Hi, my name is Nick. This is You Don't Scare Me, and I don't enjoy doing anything other than this these days. So, I'm going to upload more videos of me debunking ghost videos. Like this one. I don't know. I don't enjoy doing anything really other than making YouTube videos right now. So, like, a lot of people might think that it's crazy that we've got so many videos on our channel already in 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. I don't know how long it's been, but I don't care. I don't feel burnout. I just don't want to do anything else. So I'm going to keep doing this. We've got telestration. That means I'll be drawing on the screen to show you what I think is going on, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to see. I'm also going to be rapidly debunking these. So I already figured out what this one was. The whole screen is just paused. You have two layers to the video. The first layer is the scene. The second layer is the person transiting the scene. And then you just take the first video clip and then add the second video clip on top of it, and then take the opacity and just lower it. So it's almost transparent, and then that's how you get this. The reason why it's The reason why it's so easy to do that is because this whole image is static. That means that the scene never changes, which means you don't have to worry about duplicating edges and like other obvious ways that they can do this. So this is just a duplicated scene. This is just a
2 a.m. Something was caught moving through the living room. On the right side of the screen, a translucent figure walked past the dining room and out of view. And as it moved, the ghostly trail seemed to follow.
Yeah, so it's just a transparency lowered opacity. It's not camera compression like I would have said that it was camera compression, but it's not. So as for this, they're currently sitting inside of a room that that is a haunted house. And one of the things that I wanted to try to drill into people's heads is that haunted houses, it's their business to ensure that something haunted happens. And that's why you should never trust any evidence that you find in haunted houses. So there are things, if you think about escape rooms and you think about like, oh, move this statue and it triggers the door to open, right? All of those devices that are used in escape rooms are used in haunted houses. There are momentary switches that are so thin that they can be placed under a floorboard, and as you step on that floorboard, it triggers a speaker somewhere else in the house to do a knocking sound. Or there are door pounders. Those are literally actuated like cylinders that go boom, boom, boom on the walls and stuff like that. And all they have to do is literally just place it in the ceiling, place it in the walls, you know, and you'll get knocking and stuff in the walls. There are EMF generators. They generate an electromagnetic field specifically for the purposes of making something that they call a haunted object seem actually haunted, because you bring your EMF detector, your K2, near it, and your K2 is going to go off because they've added an EMF generator underneath the haunted item. I'll do a whole video on this if you want me to. Just leave a comment down below and say, yeah, I'd like to see a video on that, and I'll just go through the listings and show you how people are using them. So, but as for this broom, this stick thing, it's very clearly being just yanked up into the roof here, and then the string snaps and then the thing falls back down. This is a haunted house. It pays for them to make sure that something haunted happens in the house. So never trust anything. Never trust any piece of evidence that comes from a haunted house.
Set out completely to be one.
It's their business to make something happen, just to spook you out.
Some visitors have even reported seeing phantom hounds and tall glowing-eyed figures lurking within the darkness.
Could you tell me your name? Could you tell me your name? The hell was that?
I'm not sure.
That sounded like a whisper almost.
I'm not sure that anything in that's contained in videos like this is evidence, because like it could just be anything. Like one of the things that we determined in one of our paranormal investigations was that a lot of the times that we were hearing voices, it was actually just our clothing rubbing against our lav mics. and because it sounded correct in a specific way to inspire us to think that it was actually words, we figured it out later. But when I was editing the video, I was pointing them out, being like, "Oh, hey, we heard a whisper and stuff like that." But it's not likely that it actually is that. Furthermore, if you're wearing gloves, you'll like rub the microphone area on your phone with your gloves, and that'll also cause that sound, because the fibers on your gloves, let's say swiping over the microphone input hole, will sound like a zipper almost. But if you rub it in the correct way, you're gonna hear what sounds like human voices, but it's not. Like I could go on this part of my microphone and I can just go, and that's really annoying sound. But if I just lower the pitch and stuff and slow it down and stuff, you might think that there's something going on over there.
Can be heard calling out.
You know, a lot of these sounds are actually coming from perfectly inane things, like your clothing, your beard, rubbing a lav mic. He's also outside, so there's a huge potential for like animals. He heard a loud bang. It was a metallic loud bang. That's fine, because there's animals everywhere. There's probably a squirrel that's tossing pine cones down or something. It's
like something metal.
You're in a forest.
What is that? Right there.
Oh, it's a sign.
It's a freaking road sign. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, so you're hearing a tree branch banging against the road sign then.
If that was you, could you make that sound again? Oh my god, I just heard a freaking voice now. Oh my god. Okay.
So now I'm starting to think that maybe he might think that he's alone in the forest, but he doesn't have dominion over the public park, which means there's a high likelihood that some homeless man is now sleeping there. That's one of the other things in our St. Joseph Cemetery investigation. When we went back in the day, the next day, to look for a piece that had fallen off of one of Karis's lav mics, he went back and there were mattresses in several places in the cemetery, which means that there could very easily be homeless people in the cemetery with us at the time that we were recording.
Holy crap.
The howling that he's hearing is just that howling. He's in a forested area. Like coyotes, come on, dude.
Same time. It sounds like
That's not paranormal.
off. Like something's not right.
Nah, he doesn't have. That's another thing that always irritates me, is that they always say things like, the howl didn't sound normal. It didn't sound like an animal howling. It sounded like a person pretending to howl or something. And
Oh my god.
it's very
And
distinct.
honestly, it's gone completely quiet. And honestly, it's gone completely quiet.
Hmm. Buddy, there's friggin' coyotes around you, dude.
Oh my god. Okay.
There's a
Time to go. Oh my god.
There's a large amount of coyotes that are in the little wooded area behind my house. We hear them howling all night on many occasions. Just out there.
This large
Yeah.
black mass quickly darted across the road, instantly catching Ian's eye and sending him running. Despite
It doesn't necessarily explain everything, but it does definitely
Hello?
it does definitely obviously show that there are animals around.
Whoa. I think I just saw it over there now.
I wouldn't be surprised, bud.
I think I just... Whoa. I think I just saw it over there now. What in the world is that? Is it like a glow bug or something?
No,
I mean, it is
it could be, but it's unlikely.
Bugs out here.
Fireflies are increasingly uncommon in my neck of the woods.
Typical color. Hello?
I haven't seen a firefly in
there?
about like 5-6 years.
There it is again. What the heck is that? I keep seeing like these weird lights out in the woods here.
Will-o-wisps? Oh, here's an issue with that. As his camera dips down, you can see that there's like this and this are both likely. Yeah, it's more. Fucking stop that. It's very likely that it's
strange light anomaly appeared within the
yeah, thanks for adding all this friggin' speckled bull crap all over the video when you try to show us. I really appreciate how you're trying to get us to point. You're trying to get us to see this like 2 pixel, like 20 pixel friggin' circle right here, and then you add all these fucking speckles all over the place to make sure that we can't see it.
trees.
Appreciate it, bud.
Manifested again directly in front of him, despite the paranormal events that
I don't know. I feel like it would be really beneficial for people who are using infrared cameras to bring their own secondary light source for like infrared light source, like some sort of big like chunky flashlight with a lot of like a lot of UV LEDs that are able to really cast the light in front of you.
Far, this didn't deter Ian as he ventured deeper into the darkness. But little did he know, something incredible was about to happen right in front of him.
Whoa. What was that?
It's always just out of range. And another thing that I noticed with this guy, Midwest Ghost Hunter, he tends to capture something in every single one of his investigations. He's like a low stakes paranormal investigator. He just goes in and starts like talking out into the void with his infrared camera, and then makes a lot of like turns the camera to himself a lot so that he fills half the screen time with his own face, and then you just get to see his reaction to the things that he's saying are happening around him. But in reality, a lot of his videos I could very easily disprove just by saying that he's adding the sounds in post. I've done it myself. I know how easy it is, and I know how well you can hide it. So again, the evidence that you're showing us is a grainy, pixelated, compressed, like improperly illuminated, and then you see his face. Holy crap, like we don't need to see your friggin' deer in the headlights face.
Okay. I'm not gonna run towards it this time because I'm worried I'm just gonna scare her away again. I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
There's nothing substantive in his videos. It's just vague appearances of random, slightly blurry, slightly there things happening in an overcompressed video. Like, I'd like to say, yeah, there's definitely something over there, and I guess like there probably is, but I can tell you it's not a ghost. I could tell you it's very likely either a coyote or an individual who's exploring the park who's decided that in his free time he's gonna spook the shit out of the ghost hunter.
Holy crap, I'm literally seeing her disappearing and reappearing like in real time.
That's nice, but are you looking through your viewfinder or are you looking with your naked eye? Oh sweet, it's closer.
Oh my god. Holy shit, that was a straight up freaking full body apparition. Oh my god.
I don't know, man. Honestly, if you really want us to believe that you captured a full body apparition, then next time you... Next time you go and explore this exact same spot with the intention of capturing the full body apparition, bring a better camera and a lot more IR light. Go and invest in a floodlight. Like, you see this thing here? This... Oh, man. Okay, I have this stage light. I can turn it on. You see, like this? They sell versions of this that have LED lights. That it's all UV. I would suggest, you know, go buy one of these and then mount it to the cold shoe on your camera, and then when you're filming you'll see way more because you'll have proper lighting.
A full-body apparition suddenly appeared down the road. This misty form quickly came into view as it walked towards the right. And thinking back,
it doesn't really look like much. Overcompressed, low quality, low light. It's super easy to get a whole bunch of like artifacts that
towards this apparition, making it very clear.
You know what I mean? Like, low light artifacts are extremely common with cameras, with infrared cameras. Especially if the camera is actually not going in infrared mode, which I kind of suspect his camera might not be an authentic night vision camera. And the reason why I say that is because, like, the reason why I say that is because night vision has a specific kind of vibe to the to the type of video that it's producing. A lot of times when he's filming, it just looks like he's got a regular camera that he's just applied a green filter to. I know that's not the case. I know it is an infrared camera, but it must be the cheapest infrared camera you could possibly find. And I went and I looked at his social blade to get an idea, a general vague impression, which, by the way, don't rely on social blade to assume anybody's income, but even on the low end of these programs that do that, I still think that he should by now have been able to purchase a better camera for his videos. The fact that he's sticking with that tested and true low resolution compressed video camera, like infrared camera, and he hasn't tried to do anything to improve the video quality, leads me to believe that he doesn't want to. And if you don't want to improve your videos, then you're really trying to hit a specific threshold. One of the things that we noticed in our second paranormal investigation in St. Joseph's Cemetery was that the moment that we upgraded all of our electronics, like for instance when I picked up this Hollyland Lark II lav mic set, which it's fantastic. I've used it once. I'm starting to get really irritated that I've only used it once. I might try to use it as the main microphone in some of my videos just because I bought them. It's $400. But I saved and I scrounged and I picked up every penny I could possibly find so that I can improve the quality of our videos. And then the very first paranormal investigation that we went on, we had these new Hollyland lav mics, is the first thing that we noticed is that none of the EVPs that we were capturing on Karis's $30 lav mics were coming through anymore. So ergo, you upgrade your equipment to a standard, and then all the ghosts seem to disappear, which means wrong. If you said that ghosts can only be detected with cheap equipment, then you are going to, this is going to blow your mind, but it's most likely that your equipment was malfunctioning rather than the possibility that there were ghosts that can only communicate through Chinese knockoff microphones and cameras. So consider that. When you upgrade your equipment and the ghosts disappear, then the ghosts weren't there to begin with. Your equipment was malfunctioning. Dustin Frazier, let's see what he's got. This guy. Does he live in an apartment building? Because I hear kids running upstairs all the time. Does he have a dog? Because I hear something whining. It is a dog. There you go. I strongly suspect that this man is also faking all of his ghost videos. I mean, the baseline of my beliefs is that ghosts don't exist, so everyone who does present ghost videos to me in some level is faking their ghost videos. But there is a huge portion, like, again, I've said this multiple times before, but I want to point this out again, okay? Just because you're uploading a ghost video and people are... Just because you're uploading a ghost video doesn't mean that what you're uploading is a ghost video that you've manipulated. It's not always dishonest. Sometimes it just comes from a place of like not understanding the equipment that you're using, or specific visual anomalies in security camera footage, or random sounds that you're hearing while you're out in the forest when you think you're alone. So a lot of the debunking content that we're putting forward here is just trying to explain to the people who are coming and watching these videos and finding them to be spooky because they don't understand what's actually happening in the video. But when you approach it with a reasonable and conscientious mind, like with common sense, you can find that a lot of the things that you're seeing and hearing can be easily debunked and easily, you know, explained. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to increase media literacy so that you can understand when somebody is intentionally trying to manipulate footage to get views, and the other people who have just captured something bizarre that they don't quite understand, and I have the opportunity to explain. And my professional background includes like professionally reviewing CCTV footage, which allows me to bring that kind of expertise into this channel and allow you to understand that I'm coming from a place of like actual information rather than just, you know, just blowing smoke up your ass by just pointing things out and then just whitewashing it all, or giving an umbrella term of just saying it's all dust, it's all bugs. No, I don't want to just say that's a dust mote or that's a moth. I want to specifically, well, I mean, the moth is a very specific thing. I want to tell you that's a spider, that's a bee, that's a grasshopper, that's an ant on the CCTV footage. I have experience with being a truck driver, so a lot of these road-based situations where you see a ghost or something like that, I worked 15 hours a day driving. Yes, it was illegal. No, I didn't have a choice. No hotel, sleep in the truck or whatever, I don't know. Point is, I was young, I was working a lot, really hard, long hours, always tired, and I just had to suck it up and deal with it because I needed the money. Anyways, 10 hours, 15 hours, doesn't matter. I was in the truck a lot, and I understand how it looks. Like, I understand these dash cam videos because I spent a lot of time reviewing dash cam footage and things like that of the truck and stuff. When I'm talking about things like, you know, like sounds that you hear in the walls of your house or knocking and stuff like that, I have a vast interest in carpentry, and that brings a wealth of information from a lifetime of learning about carpentry and thermals and how to properly space boards and things like that, so that expansion doesn't ruin your floor and stuff like that. I know all these things because that's a passion of mine, so I can bring that expertise into the videos. But more so, I also have a plumbing experience. I went to school to be a plumber. I completed a year of schooling, and I worked with 6 different plumbing companies who would use me until they were told that they had to hire me on as an actual apprentice, and then they would just dump me out of the corner. Thanks for digging 12-foot holes to expose sewer lines. You're out of here because we don't actually want to have an apprentice. We just want cheap, experienced labor. But through that, I would have had an accumulative amount of experience to actually pursue the plumbing career, but that I was demoralized and stuff about that, so I didn't continue that. But a lot of the pipe knocking in your walls is because of improperly hung pipes. pipes that are going vertical down, like you're looking at like vent stacks. Vent stacks are tied to the studs of the wall. They go straight up. As wind passes over top, it can rattle the pipe. If the hangers aren't properly fixed and holding that pipe really tight, then they're going to rattle and you're going to hear banging. If somebody's fit a 90 where they shouldn't, it's all 45s. If somebody's stuck a 90 because they just think that they know what they're doing and they just want to get the shit down to the basement so they can go into the sewer line, they might have stuck a 90 in there, and as that water slams against that pipe when you flush, you get like water hammering. Water hammering also happens when the vent stack is actually plugged, or too many things are being flushed at the same time, and it creates this water where the water comes down, and then it creates a vacuum and pulls this area here, and if it's blocked, it'll go thum 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 thum. You know, like when you're dumping a bottle and it goes, you know what I mean? Boom 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 boom. All of these things are things that I need to be pointing out to the people who are watching the videos. All of these things are how you debunk these videos. So again, it's not just about telling you that the ghost videos are fake because ghosts don't exist. It's telling you what's happening in these videos so that you can have a better understanding when you're watching these videos. This disembodied laugh is not in the video originally, and the reason why I can say that is because there's static, there's background noise, background static, and every time something happens inside the video, every time you hear the dog bark or anything like that, the background static level lowers, and it attenuates. It attenuates on the dog's barking and the dog's whining. But when the voice was happening, the background static was not being eliminated whatsoever. Most modern cameras, most modern cell phones that have the capability of recording videos, when you start speaking, it attenuates on your voice. It picks up your voice and it creates a directional microphone, a virtual directional microphone, so that it's picking up your voice in full clarity. So it lowers background noise. It kind of gets a background profile, and then it modulates the audio file so that your voice is crystal clear in the video. So any whispers or any sounds that are happening outside of the general background noise of daily life and HVAC systems and shit, it all gets lowered. But the ghost whisper did not make the static lower, which means it was added in post. The bit rate was wrong.
Sound of footsteps running back and forth. As soon as
And the footsteps didn't. The footsteps didn't build in volume. It's not getting closer. It's staying the same distance. You know what I mean? So when the footsteps start, if somebody's running towards you and they're far away from you, it's gonna be like this, like step, 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 step. You know what I mean? But instead, all you got was step, 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 same distance. So that was added in post too.
As soon as he began recording, the crystal clear sound of footsteps running back and forth can be heard. He got out of bed and slowly began walking toward Cod.
This is just somebody literally going in their microphone, and then he's just thrown it on top of the video. It didn't get louder. You see what I mean?
Over on TikTok, a woman,
and because you can thoroughly explain why this person is manipulating his footage, once you get the fact that he's proven to be faking one of his ghost videos, it destroys the credibility of every other ghost video that he's uploaded.
by Spitfire, reasonably sorry for passing. She's felt her presence lingering nearby, and after receiving a notification from the security camera in her hallway, it seems as if her daughter is trying to reach out.
Sorry for your loss.
As her husband walked down the hallway and past their daughter's room, a faint voice can be heard calling out. And if you listen closely, it clearly sounds like this voice is saying, I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
Okay, I'm sorry that your child has died. This is not what I'm doing this for. Typically, I will avoid, you know, debunking these kinds of videos, because if it's giving you comfort, who the fuck am I to come through and just destroy that? But that being said, this is still a debunking channel, so if you don't like it, skip forward. That doesn't sound like a voice. It sounds like somebody's possibly stretching. It looks like it's nighttime. Somebody's probably sleeping. They might be talking in their sleep. What this doesn't sound like to me is a child. It doesn't sound like a small child, you know, saying anything. It doesn't sound like a disembodied voice at all. It sounds like it's very likely to be somebody who's, you know, lying in bed and then just being like, yeah, you know what I mean? So again, it's not a ghost. It's just a misinterpretation or a misunderstanding of the environment and the things that are happening inside the environment. Also, good placement for the security camera, but I'm not exactly sure what you're trying to record this way. I would angle the security camera more this way so that you can capture the entrance of your house. You wanna be capturing the entrances and exits, not what, you know, not the hallway.
But she immediately confident than ever. A man named Larry runs the Work Less, Enjoy Life More YouTube channel, where he documents his RV adventures in the American Southwest.
Fascinating. Okay, let's see what he does.
Oh yeah.
You're running out of gas. No, there you go. I have the exact same tripod. It's a KF Concepts K23 4A7.
I hear somebody walking outside,
Might be a bear.
and they knocked. They're walking around the camper. I can still hear them walking outside. This one more knock. Just one knock.
A sudden knock on the door caught him off guard. He immediately froze
Sounds like a bear, you know?
sound. Fearing for his safety, he grabbed his weapon, knowing that someone lurking in the dark.
Not someone, it's an animal. It's most likely an animal. It's most likely a bear.
Walking around the camp.
It smells what you're cooking.
By another knock on the door and the sound of them dragging their knuckles down the side. These chilling sounds eventually.
Imagine this, okay? It seems pretty obvious that if you have a door, like if you've got a bear, the bear is gonna like, you know, put its paw on the door, and then it's gonna be like, you know, sniff, 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 and then the paw is gonna like drag down the door. So I think it's a bear.
Stopped, and after a restless night of sleep, he woke up bright and early and got the hell out of there. Number 7. And to keep in
Not
mind,
paranormal.
camera, and what he saw left him feeling uneasy.
Okay, so it's very clear to me that somebody's just yanking the bear from behind the head, because as they pull the bear towards the edge, the whole pram thing, it shifts. It gets pulled forward with the bear. Like, you see how the crib, or whatever the hell you want to call this, see how it shifts forward? It's because there's force being applied to the yanking of the bear. So the bear isn't just somebody's pulling the bear through a hole that's in the thing here, and they're yanking the bear down into that hole. This whole blanket mass here could very easily hide.
Slept, the stuffed bear suddenly moved. But something about this movement doesn't look like it naturally fell, and somewhat appears as if something pulled it.
Yeah, the parent who's recording the video right now.
The entire crib slightly moved. Luckily,
Yeah,
none of this movement disturbed the sleeping child, but left his father rather unnerved. On another night, the camera set.
It's a cobweb. But there's a brief moment where it looks like a big cell phone. It looks like a it looks like a cell phone. Yeah, it's a cobweb. Well, maybe that window's open.
At 1:30 in the morning, their bedroom door slowly swung open. This sudden movement appeared to wake the sleeping child, and as he rolled over in his crib, the door opened completely.
There's a string tied around the door handle. There's a string right here. You can see it right all along here. Can't see it on that monitor. Definitely can't see it on that monitor. But I can see it on this one. This is the monitor. The monitor right in front of me is the monitor that I use to very poorly color grade but you can see that there is a string. You can see it's attached here, and then it's going off that way. So that's the string that they use to recover the door once it's been pushed open. So it's very likely that somebody's just gone from like down here. They've pushed the door open and then pushed it all the way open, and then they have to grab the string and they yank it closed again, and then they push it open again. You know what I mean?
Completely revealing no one on the other side of this account. Seeking over on the paranormal captured until importer engulfed completely died now but become like hell the building.
I already covered this one. It's just a string being pulled this way. She even looks first. Anyways, so that's 8 scary ghost videos debunked. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you, bye.